Okay, 10 seconds.
I promise to take you to the most wonderful places on earth here. If I can take her in this creation, it must be love.
First of all, my green screen, I had already had this set already. Hang on, y'all. Man. Well, y'all know I do everything live. So I gotta fix it in front of y'all face. This sucks. I could easily just turn the thing off so y'all can't see it. So I need to see what's going on. Okay. Is that the ooh, let's try 30. I'm not liking this number. Everything was set. I must have touched something on the keyboard because now, see, I used to do all this before I go live. I'm sorry, y'all. It is what it is. Okay. What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? And what is up, Periscope? Y'all know the Bachelor finale came on last night, and we're going to talk about it. We're also going to talk about the after the rose ceremony. And hold on, I wanted to get to the conversation. No, hold on, let me get to the conversation that I actually was a little shocked by some of the things that he said. Not shocked. Not me, Matt James. Hold on. I feel like I'm not together. I hate when I do this to y'all, but y'all should be used to it by now. Okay. Okay. Now I'm back. I want to get into some things because last night was the finale. And the title I put in there, he chose the races for a reason. How you doing, Nuri? Yes, I got the emoji of myself. What's going on, Jay Steph? I'm happy that you are here. I need the tea because I didn't watch. Okay, you say you didn't watch? Let me go ahead and hook up my Bluetooth. Oops. So y'all can. I hate that this camera looks like this. It just sucks.
These rumors because that's what they were to me. You hear things that are heartbreaking, and you just pray they're not true. And then when you find out that they are, it just makes you question everything. As someone who grew up in the South, it takes me to a place that I often try not to think about. Events, people, places that I'm not welcome. When she spoke out and publicly acknowledged that she would do better and she apologized, is when I was finally able to take a check on myself and see where I was at. And I wasn't okay because it was in that moment and the conversation that I had that Rachael might not understand what it means to be Black in America.
Where do things stand now between you and Rachael?
As Rachael acknowledged in her apology, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. I have to take a step back and allow her to put in that work. And I'm looking forward to seeing her put in that work.
So you all are no longer together?
No.
Okay. I like how you said nah. Hey, Avita. Hey, boo. Okay. Let's go ahead and go back to the episode, the final episode. Hey, Bright Star. Hey, Alyssa. How you doing? Um, They said, so they didn't find these posts until now. They found them in the middle. I mean, after the season had wrapped. And so, like I said before to you guys, that put the Bachelor, Matt James, in a position where he had to respond. So let's go back to before everything came out, when he was so in love. I'm going to tell y'all something. From watching the final episode, I knew I was correct when I said this. For one, we already knew he was picking Rachael. We knew he wasn't picking that black girl. I told you that. A black woman. I told you they weren't going to do that. The Matt James was going to end up picking a white woman. That being said, the whole time in the very first half of the season, Rachael kind of was in the back, then she kind of just came out of nowhere, right? Michelle was a late comer or whatever. But I always saw the whole time that all he wanted was Rachael. Even when you saw him speaking to his mom and the brother and everything else, it seemed like that Rachael was everything to him. That's all that he wanted. That's it. At the end of the day, he wanted to take one black girl, one white woman to the end. He knew he was choosing the white woman at the very end. He wanted to bring a black woman along to the end to appease black people. Because see, Matt James, you're not innocent in all this. The Bachelor Nation might back you up and say, oh, it's okay. But I'm here to tell you, it's not okay, brother. I'm not saying that it's all on him because he cannot control another person's actions and what they do, obviously. Okay, I acknowledge that. But I'm just being real when I say he's not innocent in all of this. I'm sorry, he's not. And then the way he delivered it to Michelle, it was almost like, oh, he knew. He knew that he wanted Rachael. He knew that he wanted Rachael. Even they went home to see families. So when he actually talked to Michelle and told her, Michelle was so giddy. She was so excited, so happy that she was there. You could just see it. She gave up a lot. She's a teacher to be there. Just like many other women I know and understand that. But when he was just sitting there and was like, well, I just don't think I'm able to get there. But if you see how he acted with her the day before, and that's why she was like, and Michelle was keeping it real. She was like, so how do you just be like this? Then it just turns off the next day. And he's like crying and saying, oh, I haven't cried before. And oh, I just can't turn it on, turn it off. Then he didn't even get engaged to Rachael. They usually end in an engagement. He didn't even. The brother was even doubting this whole thing. The brother was doubting this entire thing, saying that he didn't think he could commit to anybody. That was his real brother. Blood saying that. So he said he wasn't ready to get married. I don't know if Matt was just doing it for having the different women in his life. I don't know. But the big thing that everybody wanted to see was after the rose ceremony. For one thing, the way the host started out, he tripped me out. He said, well, I am hosting the after the rose ceremony. That's controversy enough. I was like, whoa. I mean, I'm probably not saying it correctly, like verbatim, but I was like, let's go. Keep it real. Let's go. Let me see what y'all talking about. Yes, please do not forget, as Bright Star always reminds me and reminds all of you, please hit that like button and subscribe if you are new. It takes 2 seconds to do it. I really appreciate it. And you are with one of the hardest working YouTubers on here.
I go hard, I go hard, bitch, I go hard, I go hard, I go hard, bitch, I go hard, I go hard.
Thank you for throwing the TVs in the chat. If you just hit that join button to join the membership. Okay, a lot of things are coming up soon. You're going to want to be a part of the membership. And as you can see, I have debuted my new emoji already before, but that's one of the perks. You get my big blonde head, type in the chat, which among other emojis. Jay Steph says they used that black girl and he was in on it. Facts. Jay Steph, you called it correctly. That's gonna be a boom. That's gonna be a boom moment right there, honey. Yes, that was a boom moment because hey Trey, that is exactly what happened. They used Matt. Okay, because he knew he was probably into more white girls. People say, "Oh, look at his dating track. His dating track. There's mostly white girls anyway. Nothing. Anything is wrong with dating outside the race. I've done it myself. But as far as don't come on here with the fake stuff. If that's all that you want, then that's all that you want. You know, keep it real. Some people might not like it, but you're being real and you're being honest. But don't come on here perpetrating like, "Ooh, Black Lives Matter" and all this, that, and the third. Well, in reality, all those women didn't have to even show up. You knew you wanted Rachel from the beginning. I do believe that. So we get to the after rose ceremony. And for one thing, they announced that Michelle and Katie will be the next two bachelorettes. They're going to have two separate seasons. I'm pretty sure Michelle is first. After all this racial mess, I'm pretty sure Michelle will be first. And she spoke about how I found very interesting is that Michelle said, wait a minute, let me go to what she said. Hold on. When she was sitting there with him,
you and me talking about it right now, I've on
hold on, I'm trying to get back to that part where she was talking about how she tried to talk to him.
Michelle, if you remove the anger that you still had,
because she seemed like she was angry to me, not like angry, like
My respect and admiration for you is just through the roof. And again, and I would just hope you would know that I really did care about you. Mm-hmm. And everything you had shared with me and seeing your heart. And I mean, the way that you carry yourself throughout the show and the emotional labor you took on and continue to take on as just a Black woman in your position and showing grace and composure through a lot of situations where I probably would have snapped. My respect and admiration for you is just through the roof. And again, if I could do it over again, I would have had that conversation with you, knowing how you feel. And
okay, hold on. I thought I had it at the right spot.
The moment you left, I completely crumbled. I had to walk away without closure, and I had to fill in the gaps of what our relationship really was. And I wasn't okay. I wasn't okay at all. And producers were in my room.
She said producers were in her room.
How bad I was hurting.
Yep.
And I asked you for a conversation, and it was not a conversation where I was trying to change your trajectory or trying to change your mind or fight for you. It was a conversation so that I could have my inner peace when I left Pennsylvania. And you said no.
Okay. Welcome. I already see you in the chat. Welcome. It's sad that it takes an incident like this for a black man to understand that and see himself for who he truly is, a black man. He is in denial. Ooh. He's full of himself. Worst soap opera ever. Okay, so after he broke up with her, and I told you guys, if you watch it, it came out of nowhere. I'm sorry, it did. He sits her down and she's excited. She's happy. And he was like, oh, well, I can't do it. I don't see myself getting there. So she was angry and she was very upset. And she just said that the producer, she didn't, okay. She was dropping hints. She was dropping tea. But because she is the new Bachelorette, she was being kind of smart about it, if you think about it. But she was dropping tea when she said the producers were in my room and they saw how bad I was hurting. And then she just jumps and says, I tried to have a conversation with you, but you said no.
Conversation so that I could have my inner peace when I left Pennsylvania. And you said no.
I just want to start by saying I'm sorry that you were going through that. There's no justification for why I didn't have that conversation. And if I would have known that this is how you were feeling in that moment, then I would have fought to have that conversation.
That's a bunch of BS also, because the real reason why that he did not have the conversation with her is because he didn't want to have the conversation with her. He was so enthralled with Rachael at the time that he didn't want to hear anything that Michelle had to say. She even had to she even had to say, as you heard her say just now, I wasn't trying to talk to you to change your mind or to change where you were going, your direction. I just wanted to have my closure. Now, of course, he has every right to not want to speak to her. But now everything is hindsight, and I'm sorry, especially with everything that happened with Rachael. I think he's more angry at Rachael that it happened at all because he wanted her so badly. It has something to do with race, but most what his anger comes from is that I wanted Rachael and Rachael ruined it by doing this stupid stuff when somebody found it. How much do we really know that if he found out about this, that he wouldn't have been like, okay, I'll do the work with you. It's not public. Nobody knows about it. We don't know that. Everybody acts differently when things are revealed publicly. And instead of how you handle the situation privately, it's completely different. Thank you everybody for hitting that like button. I appreciate it. Please keep hitting that like button for me. Please. Welcome YouTube and Periscope and Facebook. Periscope, you guys, unfortunately, we're shutting down March 29th. We're going, what are we in? We are, wait, are we in March? Yeah, we're in March. So really soon you'll be shut down. So make sure you come over to YouTube and hit that like button and subscribe. So when he was asking him, as he stated, brother to brother, he was asking about his relationship with Rachael. The first thing he said was, well, I just looked at it as if it was rumors. He just looked at it as if it was rumors because you know what? I told you guys, he did not want to believe that. He did not want to stop the train that was him and Rachael. He did not want to stop that train. He was more upset that people actually found out more than he was upset because he's a black man and she wouldn't understand. He had no regrets of dumping Michelle. He just had regrets of not having the conversation. Come on.
In 2018, I guess you took photos that have recently emerged of you at a antebellum plantation themed party. For the sake of further clarity, antebellum literally means in Latin before the war. And so the antebellum South is literally honoring the South before the war in question, the war that freed slaves.
Yes.
Many people have already seen the photos, but for the sake of those who haven't and educating them on this topic discussion, we're just going to show them a picture. Now, when you look at that photo,
let me find a photo for you guys. Hold on just a second. Let me look up the antebellum photo. They may have it came. Dang, I ain't trying to be funny, but I mean, when I say, there we go, right there. Wow. Okay. Come on, so I can see it. Okay. All right. Let me go back here and share so you guys can see what's happening. Is that the right one? Okay. Let me see what y'all are seeing. Okay. Why isn't this bigger? What? I'm trying to figure out what am I looking at because I can't make this get. Why is this not bigger? Hold on. Is it this one? Okay, there we go. Woo! I had to find the right file. There we go. Okay. I see Bright Star has control over the chat, so I'm gonna let that. Okay, J Steph. Before I continue, said he's a black man who dates white women and ignores his own truth. He's a black man Republican who thinks like a white man. Ooh. Facts. It was public, and she ruined his fake image of loving all women, in which he doesn't like black women. Now he wants to kiss that girl's arse because he's getting a lot of hate online. Y'all be careful with the cuss words in the chat, please, even though I completely agree. Okay. Now, I tell you guys it's hot. I'm about to give me a drink. Now, let's go ahead and continue listening to this. Hold on.
literally honoring the South before the war in question, the war that freed slaves.
Yes.
Many people have already seen the photos, but for the sake of those who haven't and educating them on this topic discussion, I'm just going to show them a picture. Now, when you look at that photo, what do you see?
I see someone who was living in this ignorance without even like thinking about who it would be hurting. You know, I never once asked myself at any point, like, what's the tradition behind this? What does this represent? You know, why do we wear those dresses? I'm not going to sit here and say that I didn't know any better, because I could have easily asked myself those questions. You know, I never took the time to make that connection, because if I would have taken the time, I easily could have understood what was wrong with it.
I've heard a definition of prejudice. Prejudice is a willful commitment to ignorance. You were previously ignorant. Who do you blame for your ignorance? Was it your upbringing, educationally, familially? Who do you blame for that ignorance?
I don't want to sit here and blame my upbringing or where I grew up, the location of it, being raised in the South. Like,
she is from Cumming, Georgia. She is from Cumming, Georgia. Okay. So I want to get to when y'all know Community Reviews over here. We break it down. I do cover reality TV. That's my genre. That's my lane. But I am an advocate for people of color, for women. And if I feel something, I speak on it. I don't do anything for popularity. I will admit,
once I really tried to put myself into your shoes as much as I could, I really do think that our relationship was very strong and the love that we shared was very real. So for you to end things, I realized that must have been really hard for you as well to wear.
Okay, when you see the way that she is looking at him, she's not looking at him. She's looking at him because she knows. She knows that he wishes they didn't get to break up. If you listen to the words and how she's looking at him and how he's looking at her, he is so pissed off that any of this came out. Listen, I don't know when it was filmed. It was during COVID. The year of COVID, so I guess 2020. She knows that he's very upset because they're not together. We got 17 in here watching on YouTube. Can you guys please do me a favor and go to the like button? I'm doing two screens, watching my YouTube and my StreamYard over here. It's crazy. I'm multitasking here. If you are enjoying the tea and everything we discussed on here, make sure you guys please take some time real quick. Hit that. Girl, the theme was racist. She knew what it was. She was able to be racist in her own environment. She was comfortable. We have 11 likes and 18 views. Real quick. Just real quick, guys. Hit that like button for me. Before we continue, just real quick, hit that like button for me, please. Real quick. Now, I know if you are in Periscope, you can't, but I'm on YouTube and I see it's 18 watching. So you guys take just a few seconds. You don't have to hit the super chat. You don't have to donate to the Cash App. I really do need for you guys to hit that like button. It's better for my brand. Okay. Hey, you Community Reviews crew right now. And if I had said before, I want to say welcome to Fake Reality TV. I know this is a little bit crazy. You know, this whole situation is insane, but we breaking it down the best of our ability over here. So if you can just get the lights up for me. Okay. Shauna Rankin said she knew. She knew what? I will probably open the call lines open if you guys want to call in and give your opinion. I don't care what you say, whether it be against what I'm saying. If you are even on Periscope, if you want to call in, the call. Did I pin it? Hold on. No, I think I pinned. What's going on? Okay. Oh, I see the number. Hold on, let me get the number. Because I did put it in the chat. Where is it? Okay. I'm on my other screen. It's nice to have two screens. Okay, so right now on YouTube, you should see that the number is pinned, and I will be opening the call lines up shortly. Whether you're on Periscope or YouTube, or even if you're on Facebook, you can call in. You don't have to show your face. I can also add a link, which I guess I'll do that just in case anybody wants to hit the link. And hitting the link just means that you click on the link and you are able to come on up here with me. And even with that, you don't have to show your face as well. You pick an emoji or whatever. I just say whatever you do, whether call in or hitting the stream line, please be respectful. So even though I feel like that he was upset with her for doing all this, and as we stated, showing his true colors, he was also pissed off. He was really angry with her.
You must have been hurting. And I just wanted to say I'm really sorry for not understanding that. And
right here. Right here.
I'm really sorry for.
Hold on. The next line that she's about to say, they have this, I thought it was an awkward silence. It's like kind of towards the end of the show. I thought it was an awkward silence, but it actually was, we are in love. Oh, I got you, Shauna. We are in love. And this is like the hardest thing. Just listen.
Not understanding that initially. And then I'm really sorry that I hurt you.
They're staring at each other right now, just staring. He looks down. She's staring at him. He literally, for about 30 seconds, maybe a little bit more, when he looks down, he looks back up. And he is looking at her. Let me tell y'all something. I'm telling you. If this hadn't come out, they'd still be together. They're just...
Matt, how hard is this on you to seeing the woman that you love, that you loved, so torn up over hurting you and over losing you?
Man, it's heartbreaking and it's devastating. It's just disappointing.
Another moment, they're staring at each other. Another moment, saying nothing. Like he's not even sitting there. Like we are such in a space and we're so in love. There's no, this whole time they're staring at each other. He is looking at her. Bro, he is looking at her like, oh my God. He's staring at her as if this hadn't happened, I'd be smashing you right now. I'm not trying to be too crass, but I'm just saying they look at each other like they could just jump each other's bones. If I can get as old school as that without saying some other words towards what I wanted to say. Hold on. Do your history. Cummins, Georgia has a long history of white supremacy. She knew. Remember, she bullied girls and black guys. Ooh. Trey says, I personally think that because Matt views his mother as his hero, her influence and experiences have helped shape him. Experiences have helped shape his taste in women. You know what? That's Trey. Yes, I agree as well, Shauna. I do. Mothers do have influence over their boys, and fathers, all of that. This is very true. That does happen that way. That's not like a complete like ooh ah moment. So I understand. That's why I said Black America, white America, everybody would have been like, okay, Matt James said this is his type. He likes white women for whatever the reason, because that's what he grew up around, because that's who he is. He is, I think America as a whole would be like, oh, okay. Instead, you're coming on here like, no, I'm not about that. Black power. This man really wanted Rachel. Jay Stet says, I hate it when white racists say they don't understand caught. They just don't care until it affects their image. And most of the time, people do not care behind closed doors or in the dark. It's only when things come in public and other people and their peers see what they're doing, then they throw you to the sidelines, depending on the situation, or they didn't know you, or I didn't know that.
Matt, there's so much more in your heart. I don't even want to interject. I can see it in your eyes. What else do you want to share with her?
I mean, just staring at her. I don't know if Matt James think that we stupid or something. I'm not going to penalize the man because that's his choice. I'm not going to penalize him because that's who he wants. I mean, it is what it is. It's other men out there. I don't like the fake. You know, you come into us as if you're all about this and you're not. As you really are, and stop with the fake fugazi stuff. He is about to cry and all of this, that, and the third because he wants her and is mad that she messed it up. He's not even angry like, oh man, you just completely came with the, I'm black and No. I think I'm going to open up the call lines real quick. Where is, I forgot I moved it in this folder. Hold on. I'm gonna be really mad. That's the only, I gotta change the number. I hope I ain't gotta change the number. Please enter. Oh crap, I had it. Please enter your PIN number. I was like, Lord have mercy. Okay. Thank you. Joining the conference now. You are currently the only person in this conference. Now, all you got to do is call the number. It's going to ask you for a PIN just like it did just now. And then the PIN number is in the chat. I actually have the comment pinned. The PIN number is 417-8894. The PIN number is 417-8894. If you would like to call in and give your opinion about this situation. Again, that's the number. And the pin is 417-8894. If any of my mods can catch the number and put the pin in the chat, because I know on YouTube I have a pin at the top, but I don't know if Periscope can't see the YouTube chat. And, so that's the number right there. And the pin number is 417-8894. I'm going to start doing this at the end of my live. Just post a number and have it up for a few minutes. Someone start just adding it in. But child, let me tell y'all something. It's the end of the season. Now, I said I wasn't going to cover the Bachelor stuff anymore. Okay. But because everything that Michelle went through this year and this whole entire situation, I think I probably will. Oh, Nuri, I see you putting the emojis in the chat. I think that or is that that might be I'm on two. I ain't gonna go over there. Anyway, I think that I'm gonna cover it because she had a rough time. I'm gonna go ahead and cover it. I want to cover and see what happened, what's her outcome, how she handles things. I want to see it. Okay. I want to see how the Bachelor handles things. It's really bad. I want to see how he handled things with Chris. I'm still covering that story. I'm not done with that yet. So, well, a couple of minutes. I'm gonna keep it open. Thank you, Bright Star. But I already turned the call off. I'm not gonna keep it up long. I'm not gonna keep it up if you're not gonna call. And I'm not saying the mean way. I'm just, there's no point in me having it up. Before somebody called in, it was cool. It just that they knew that I'm adding to the chat at the end of the live to see if anybody wants to explain what was going on. So I got a couple of more lives coming up today. I got content for you guys. I got content. So make sure you guys come back. And every time at the end of the live, I will just have my moderators from now on going forward. When I say I'm going to open the call lines up, please just start posting the number in the chat so that they can, if they want to call in. With that being said, I have enjoyed everybody. We really had a good discussion. It's the end of the Bachelor. We're going to go into Bachelorette. I'm only going to cover Michelle's probably. And that's all I got for you guys. Let me see. Oh my goodness, don't start this stuff.
I promise to take you to the most wonderful places on earth.
We're gonna go out with some Fiesta. Okay, this is my new opening and closing song. I'll be back today. We got some lives coming up. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Have y'all joined the membership yet? Hey. Let's go. I play my cards, you just fold it life. Now I'm taking risks like it's Vegas. This is Mark on his latest, making plays for the 80s.